Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's rainy Reading the Red. Raining again, that's twice this week. Will the sun come out today? Luke chapter 11 and verse 12. Or he will even ask for an egg, and his father will give him a scorpion. So he compares the two. If he gives him a snake, is he going to be a good father? Or what about if the son, he asks even for an egg? Will the father give him a scorpion? And of course, the re-emphasizing of the point is twofold. One is to press home to these disciples the seriousness of believing something wrong about God. So we need to believe the right thing. And two, that if we don't get it the first time, then we need to reiterate it the second. And here Jesus is perceiving that they haven't got it on the first occasion as it relates to the example he's given to them regarding the snake. So he re-emphasizes it again and presses home, but he changes it slightly and he says, his tone says, and even if he asks for an egg. So even something fairly limited, something very small, a lesser thing. So when we ask God for big things or we ask God for small things, even, so that sense of small thing, even if he asks for an egg, Jesus says, will his father give him a scorpion? And notice how both the things the bad father would give him in this scenario, that sting, that spit out and sting and poison and cause harm. The opportunity to see God in the wrong way is constantly going to be there for us as we journey through our Christian lives, because there will be many scenarios that we experience. And then we will ask ourselves the question, God, where are you in this? And the idea of feeling like God is not with you is a really horrific thing to feel, especially if you're going through the valley of suffering. Even as the psalmist says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you are with me. And even though we can't feel and sense sometimes God's presence in the difficult times of our lives, the promise that God has made to us is he will never leave us. He will never forsake us. And they're their promises. And the promises is a gift of enterprise. It's an opportunity to embrace God in a moment of difficulty. But you'll lose sight of that if you allow yourself to be seduced from that truth. And so God is in Jesus is trying to convey to these disciples that God is not a bad God. God is a good God. And when you ask for things that need to be done because you have need, God is willing to meet us in our need. It may be that he brings them about in a different way to what we anticipate, but that's not important. The important thing is that God knows how to bring his blessing into our lives to those who ask him when they come to him in prayer. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.